They say nothing lasts forever, but the person who said that probably never heard about the car engines in this video. Come with me as we find 10 car engines that never really die. One capable engine in a single car is good, but an engine that powers thousands of cars over decades is on another level. The Chrysler Slant 6 was the same, an inline 6 turned 30 degrees to the side, and powered for an unbelievable 41 years, from 1959 to the beginning of the new millennium. This engine powered 31 different models, including the Chrysler Cordoba, LeBaron, and Fifth Avenue, as well as the Dodge Dart, Aspen, Challenger, and Charger. It also found its way into the Ram van, Ram pickup, Plymouth Barracuda, Belvedere, Duster, Grand Fury, and many others. Its ruggedness and general utility made it quite robust, even under demanding high-performance conditions. The Slant 6 came in 3 main configurations: 170, 198, and 225 cubic inches. 2.8, 3.2, and 3.7 liters. Among these, there were differences in block size, main bearings, and other design features. Despite these differences, the engine's core design remained consistent, sturdy, well-cooled, and even suitable for motorsport. Regardless of cast iron or aluminum block construction, the Slant 6 continued to get the stamp of reliability across its long evolution. The Ford Straight 6 has its history, but the 4th generation established the iconic Ford 300 engine. A 300 cubic inch, 4.9-liter, 6-cylinder gasoline engine was introduced in 1965 in the F-Series pickup as a longer stroke of a 240 6-cylinder available at that time. Originally at 170 horsepower, its rating was reduced to 114 horsepower net in 1978 because of new measurement guidelines, once it was set as the base engine for the F-Series. Its output increased with time by 122 horsepower in the 1980s and finally to 150 horsepower in 1987, with the addition of fuel injection. The Ford 300 was a true workhorse, powering everything from pickup trucks to dump trucks, weighing up to 20,000 pounds. Because of its heavy demand forged internals and its durable option for tractors, wood chippers, water pumps, ski lifts, UPS trucks, and others. It even proved its strength by winning the Baja 1000 3 times in a truck driven by Scott Donahue. Known for its minimal maintenance needs, countless stories from users describe the Ford 300 surviving neglect, low oil levels, and poor upkeep. Its reputation for being nearly indestructible continues to endure. Although U.S. production ended in 1996, it remained in production overseas, where its performance reached even higher levels. Stories of Mercedes-Benz diesel taxis with more than 600,000 miles without engine work needing attention are not just tall tales. Much of this legendary longevity is attributed to the OM617 engine family. This 5-cylinder diesel was made from 1974 to 1991, boasting a 3.0-liter design with a cast iron block and cast iron head, and a chain-driven single overhead camshaft provided durability. The OM617 helped to create a positive image of reliability in Mercedes in the United States during the 1980s. It provided a unique power class and reliable mix, something few diesel engines at its time could claim. Evolving from the OM616 4-cylinder, the OM617 made its debut in 1974 on the W115, a precursor to the E-Class. In its naturally aspirated version, it produced 79 horsepower and 127 pound-feet of torque. A turbo diesel prototype came along in 1976 and produced 187 horsepower and drove the Mercedes C111 2D concept car, which set 16 world records of land speed. By 1978, it was redesigned to 227 horsepower, increasing its number of records by 9. This engine also drove the world's first turbo diesel production saloon, the North American exclusive W116 300 SD. Toyota is known for producing robust engines, and the UZ family is one of the best in the company's durable engine pedigree. Although the GM-LS is a common V8 substitution in the United States, the Toyota UZ rules the street in the rest of the world. This 90-degree V8 engine debuted in 1989 in the famous Lexus LS 400 and continued to be in production to 2013. Its impressive combination of performance, robustness, and smoothness made it something of a darling in the realms of luxury sedans, micro-mini buses, pickups with the Tundra, and off-roaders, e.g. Land Cruisers, Sequoia, Lexus LX, and GX. The UZ family included several displacements, 4.0 liters in the 1UZ, 4.7 liters in the 2UZ, and 4.3 liters in the 3UZ. The lineup also featured racing variants of 4.5 and 5.0 liters, used in the Japanese Super GT and Grand Am series, with power outputs ranging from 256 to 500 horsepower. As highly robust, the UZ engines were extremely light-loaded. Their reputation for reliability also stretched beyond cars, with marine engines and even twin-turbo versions modified for use in aviation. BMW has a long-standing connection with inline-six engines, but the M50 stands out as one of its most iconic. Created between 1990 and 1996, it replaces the M20 engine when it entered the E34 5 Series. Using displacements of 2.0 to 2.5 liters with power outputs of 148 to 189 horsepower, the M50 rapidly became known for its performance. In 1992, it became the first BMW engine to feature variable valve timing, thanks to the introduction of a single Vanos system on the intake cam. The M50 also set the foundation for the high-performance S50 engine in the E36 M3. Its robust design evolved to be a blueprint for several subsequent BMW inline-six engines. Not only was it stable in its baseline configuration, but its cast iron block was shown to be well able to withstand high boost pressure in forced induction applications, and was therefore a favorite amongst tuners. Reliable engines are not the usual trademark of sports cars, as sports cars are usually subjected to hard driving, which would cause wear and tear. However, the MK4 Toyota Supra proved this wrong with its 2JZ engine. This legendary 3.0-liter inline-six, featuring a cast-iron block and aluminum head, earned a reputation for being nearly indestructible. Tuners have consistently made it possible to achieve nearly 1,000 horsepower with stock internals, and those out of the box don't even need routine rebuilds to survive hundreds of thousands of miles. The 2JZ engine came in many different types, with power outputs ranging from 168 horsepower for a naturally aspirated version. When properly tuned and constructed, these engines could produce thousands of horsepower. Whatever the configuration, the JZ series proved to be of exceptional robustness and reliability. The Volkswagen ABF engine is just another short-lived but very reliable engine. This 2.0-liter 16-valve four-cylinder engine, produced from 1992 to 1999, was fitted to the MK3 Golf GTI, and in different markets to the fourth-generation Passat. Known for its eagerness to bellow, it delivered 148 horsepower at 6,000 RPM, and 133 pound-feet of torque at 4,800 RPM. It featured a cast-iron block, an aluminum head, hydraulic lifters, and fuel injection. While the ABF is an instrument known to be reliable and has been employed for performance exchanges of vintage Volkswagen cars, components can be costly, especially once those components become harder to locate. The majority of problems are connected to sensors, and the most frequent culprit has been considered the throttle position sensor. Despite these relatively minor drawbacks, the ABF engine has been able to withstand up to 250,000 miles of harsh driving before it has experienced any significant issues. American build quality might get criticized, but when it comes to small block V8s, we know how to do it right. The General Motors LS series of SV8 small block engines, introduced in 1997, have demonstrated their value spanning 3 generations and will soon be on their 4th generation. Existing in cars from the Chevy Silverado to the Camaro, the LS is famous for its robustness and maintenance-friendly nature. The LS engine is available in a range of cylinder capacities from the 4.8-liter Vortec 4800 LR4 to a 7.4-liter Monster. Other options include 5.3, 5.7, 6.0, 6.2, 6.6, and 7.0-liter variants, with power outputs ranging from 255 to 755 horses, depending on the model. We won't choose a single one as our favorite, as in general, the LS family has a good record of reliability. Some truck owners have logged hundreds of thousands of miles without incident, and tuners love the LS because of its sturdy, reliable power in almost any mode. It's no surprise that a reliable Honda engine makes the list. And it's none other than the famous K-Series. Introduced in 2001, this dual overhead cam, DOHC 4-cylinder engine are available in displacements of 2.0 to 2.4 liters and have been employed in numerous Honda vehicles such as the first-generation Civic Type R, Integra, Accord, CR-V, Acura RDX, and others. It will be offered in naturally aspirated and turbocharged form, the latter of which is quite sought after for engine swaps in the car world. Due to their high revving character and robust engineering, they are ideal for performance builds where durability is a concern. The K20 and K24 variants are the favorite choices, and a lot of people consider them to be among the best-sounding 4-cylinder engines of that era, especially the early editions, and of course the K-Series has the VTEC, because a good Honda engine is a VTEC engine. Once again, it's a Toyota engine, but there's a reason for that. Toyota is known for building reliable motors. The GR engine family, although not directly associated with the Gazoo racing cars, consists of 8 derivatives and several sub-derivatives. The 2GR, a 3.5-liter 60-degree V6, is the most talked about in terms of its reliability. It's been commercially available since 2005, and it's implemented in the extensive family of Toyota and Lexus models, including Tacoma, Camry, Highlander, Avalon, Lexus ES, GS, IS, RX, and so on. And it was deployed even in the Lotus Evora, and even in a Toyota Corolla as a racing engine. The 2GR FSE variant has been featured on Ward's 10 Best Engines list more than once and has garnered accolades for its wear resistance and reliability in various applications. Using a die-cast aluminum block and head, this engine is an example among the most recent of the current list, as well as one of the highest power, with engine power outputs from 237 to 316 horsepower, according to the model. Due to its wide use across top-selling models, the 2GR has earned a global reputation and enjoys strong support in case any issues arise. Thank you for watching, and if you're as obsessed with cars as we are, don't stop here. Check out our other videos. See you soon.